At my age, you know I've been to a lot of doctors. Healthcare Partners, they really care. They're concerned about your health. They're all the best. I am Roberta, and I am a healthcare partner. Visit hcpnv.com to hear my story.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Dr. Richter from Compassionate Care for Women, providing personalized quality health care for women at every stage of life. News is also brought to you by Star Nursery, for all your landscape and gardening supplies right here in Pahrump. Call 775-727-5300 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, Healthcare Partners Clinic is evacuated. Dead for almost 11 minutes, a local talks about the day his life changed. And a town cleanup is scheduled just in time for Fall Festival. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, September 19, 2013. I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46. Well, 20 people were evacuated and 8 people were transported this morning after being exposed to a chemical at Healthcare Partners on Calvada Boulevard.
This morning here on Calvada, Healthcare Partners Walk-in Clinic had a hazmat spill. There were some people exposed here. They did evacuate the building. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene and set up a hazmat area to actually take care of the patients. Most of them that seem to be exposed are healthcare workers here at the facility. We do know that some of these people actually did have IVs in their arms here and were treated. Hazmat washed down the people and their clothing, and they're going to be cleaning up the facility as well. We were told that this was a small bottle that was actually spilt here at Healthcare Partners.
Healthcare Partners has issued a statement. Healthcare Partners Medical Group responded quickly to a chemical incident Thursday morning at the organization's urgent care on Calvada. The incident occurred after a staff member disposed of a bottle of phenol, a chemical used to clean medical equipment at the clinic. Following the disposal process, the team member noticed a small amount of liquid had leaked onto the floor, creating a strong odor throughout the building. The odor prompted Healthcare Partners to evacuate all patients and team members from the building. Following the organization's emergency protocol, team members immediately contacted the local fire department. As a precautionary measure, emergency personnel coordinated a triage outside the clinic to ensure the safety of all patients and team members. 8 team members were taken to the hospital as a precautionary measure, with no serious injuries reported. The Calvada Urgent Care Clinic will remain closed until Saturday. Patients in need of urgent care services should contact their primary care providers, who will assist them in getting the care they need. Anyone with questions can contact them at 751-0695. Desert View Hospital also issued a statement saying that they were notified of a hazardous spill at the Healthcare Partners facility off Calvada. They are working in partnership with Healthcare Partners to ensure that every individual exposed to any hazardous chemicals in today's spill is not in respiratory distress and is properly treated. Patients are receiving oxygen and breathing treatments, and Desert View Hospital Emergency Department physicians have contacted Poison Control to make sure that every precaution necessary is taken for these patients. As of this time, they have no patients that have life-threatening symptoms. Desert View Hospital Emergency Department staff are trained for emergency situations like this and are handling the situation professionally and efficiently.
This is Deanna O'Donnell on Calvada for News 46.
Well, police have arrested 2 suspects after discovering 2 homemade bombs as well as a rifle Tuesday inside a car parked behind Goldfield Courthouse. Taken into custody was 32-year-old Bobby McCannley and 32-year-old Rebecca Leavitt. Police said a search of their vehicle revealed 2 explosive devices inside a backpack in the trunk of the car. One of those devices reportedly exploded as federal authorities were removing it with a robot. The explosion shattered more than 24 windows in the historic building. The Esmeralda County Sheriff said the devices were discovered after Leavitt and McAnally stopped at his office to report a dispute between themselves and the occupants of another vehicle that started in Tonopah early that morning. Well, local Todd Elwing has been speaking in public about his life-changing accident, which altered his future dreams.
Back when I was 21, I was an up-and-coming bodybuilder, and I was in downtown Columbus, Ohio with 2 pretty girls walking across the street, and I encountered a drunk driver, and that's where that life ended. The guy was doing over 60 miles an hour. He came across the center lane, came over 4 lanes, front center of his car hit my left leg, and I actually died on the spot. I had no heartbeat estimated for 10 minutes, 48 seconds. When I was hit, my left leg came off below the knee, my right foot ripped halfway off, had broken ribs, one of my lungs collapsed. But the main thing that happened, as if all that wasn't made enough, the aorta valve in the heart ripped open. And when that tore open, the heart stopped beating. And like I said, I had no heartbeat estimated for 10 minutes, 48 seconds, underwent emergency heart surgery. I was in a coma for a month, hooked up life support for 3.5 weeks. They'd actually unplugged me from life support. They were let me go, but being the stubborn guy I am, I kept breathing, and so they let me stick around. And then, like I said, a month later, I woke up to a whole new world. And when I first woke up, I was completely paralyzed. Yeah. A lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of the DUI offenders, a lot of them, they're in denial. They don't accept what they did. But there are many that do. And I know I've made an impact with a lot of people. I've had people come up to me, even on the street, and thank me for changing their lives. A while back, summoning my dog down here, we were at Gold's Gym, and this is actually last year. A young guy in his early 20s comes up to me and he goes, "Aren't you the guy that speaks to drunk drivers?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "I thought I recognized your dog." And everyone always recognizes you from her. And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I wanted to thank you." I'm like, "Well, what'd I do?" And he said, I heard you speak a few months ago. And he said, "I want you to know, after I got done hearing you speak, instead of going home, I came straight here to the gym. I bought myself a gym membership." He said, "Now every night, instead of going after work, instead of going out with the guys drinking, I come here to the gym." And he goes, "You completely changed my life." Drunk driving affects a lot more than just the people involved. It affects the families, especially if people have children. One of the things, speaking to people, I speak to people every month, and I've heard so many tragic, sad stories. People have lost their children, people have lost their businesses, lost their livelihoods because of a poor decision. I have spoken at Pahrump Valley High School. I've spoken at several high schools in Las Vegas, high schools around the country. I go, anyone that wants to hear my story, I go speak. And I speak more also, in addition to about drunk driving, I also do about motivational speaking, about overcoming obstacles and not listening to other people, about believing in yourself, and like I said, overcoming your obstacles, and making the life that you want to have, because your life it's up to you. It's not to anybody else, and nobody owes anybody anything. You owe yourself, because everybody thinks everything should be handed over to them, and nobody wants to take responsibility for anything anymore. That type of stuff, to me, it seems really, really silly. And so many people think that that their lives are so tragic, yet there's nothing really wrong with their lives. And so like I said, I try to be an example to people, to show them to overcome things, and also to appreciate your life. And for me, I mean, my life, every day when I get out of bed, it's a struggle. But I'm happy to have this life, because mentally speaking, I'm not supposed to be here.
How can people get in touch with you or find out more about your story, or even to book you for engagement?
I have a website. It's 1048-1048. That's how long I was dead. 1048believe.com.
And as we head into our first break, here's Mr. Moviefone.
I'm Mr. Moviefone. Look, I don't want to overhype this thing, but you will literally be shocked by my weekend movie preview next.